Good evening, Nigeria. Welcome to Updated Precious. Always a pleasure to follow all that talk matter with the affect our country every evening. It always excites me. This gives me a lot of joy to discuss matters, we concern our country, but they shape our nation. My name is Precious Amy. Welcome to Updated Precious. So, sharply make a bring on a do rishi updates I carry come on at the month this evening. Quick, because we're gonna make this a very quick one. So first off, Revenue Mobilization, Allocation, and Fiscal Commission. Go ahead. In fact, then don't start to implement or to review the salaries of Tinubu, Shetima, Akpabio, and all public office holders. That is all politicians. Even as Nigerians, they cry, say, no, not the good time. Things hard, or things hard. As we they talk right now, they don't start retreats to review political office holder salaries as we dey talk now. So e be like say una cry like e no reach anywhere. As this one dey happen, Obi don gbab dem say which kind thing be this one? Say the idea of increasing salaries at this time, say e dey insensitive, e dey scandalous, e show greed as e dey fault the increase of their salary. Na so Peter Obi don yab them. He say in fact say na act of greed and insensitivity for politicians to think of pay rise at this point. But that one not stop. The ADC too don't reject salary increase for Tinubu, Shetima, other political office holders. He said Nigerians are hungry, but on the think of our own hunger yet. Okay, so it's easy for us to solve on our own hunger, then leave Nigerians with the hungry. It be like so na last go push Nigerians to that place when I won't push Nigerians then go. Oh, ADC come fire them again. Say, hey, Thai card 911. I've been a Thai card 9. I've been a T card 9. That is the Tokyo summit where they go. They say, in fact, say, be like say, Tinubu government carrying incompetence go reach Japan. Because what is this that we're seeing right now? That Nigeria was embarrassed in Thai card. Why? Say, on a carry on incompetence, reach for inside Thai card. That matter they grant. I don't post a video in that regard, and I will see her by 11 o'clock this night. Now, the young lady, where be said they embarrassed and beat up for and drag her in a pool of her own blood for inside Anambra State. She don't come out, don't come talk. She say they tore my clothes, assaulted me. Anambra NYC member recount ordeal. That one said they grant. A job don't tell Soludo to make sure say justice they served for this young brutalized NYC member for inside Anambra State. And then just when I go so that I no go talk say only Nigerians they commit crime every time. EFCC, the Nigerian Immigration Service, don't deport 51 foreign nationals. Plenty of them are Chinese people. Them where be say they convict because of cybercrime. 51 foreign nationals where they convict because of cybercrime. So they enter inside our country, can they do yahoo inside our own country? Yay! All right now. Don't tell Christians everywhere for inside Nigeria. So I am not gonna begin register as a continuous voters registration. Don't start and make gonna begin register one by one. It is very important for who wanna go vote for. 2027, South should unite for Tinubu's second term. Who took this one? Articles former campaign chairman. I thought, make South come together to unite for Tinubu's second term. Okay, are they come? Okay, are they come? Matter they grant. Now, Nigeria's biggest mistake of this century, APC chieftain Adamu Garaba reveals say the fact that Nigeria no join BRICS on time. Say na the biggest mistake they make. Why you talk up? You go know about that one later. Meanwhile, AAC don't demand say make them sack Wike, make them remove them. Say how you go get mine buy house of over $2 million, mansion of over $2 million. Now him buy. And plus all the land grabbing thing where they on top in head. Say government no go think say they go sack them. Say it show the kind of government we be say we get right now. As so they talk about 2027, activists don't join ADC. Don't tell Nigerians. Say let them unite to make sure they pursue APC for 2027. That one said big. Also don't want a possible nationwide strike over non-implementation of 2009 agreement, like 2009 agreement. Say government never still implement them. Nigeria Benin don't sign MOU to strengthen security, boost development for border towns. Then that is towns over the border. Amnesty International don't call for probe of fresh plateau killing. Say this one where they don't start fresh killing again for Plateau State. Government don't reach on a go program. Meanwhile, relatives of wedding guests where them been killed, those household wedding guests where them been killed for Plateau State don't kick as court grants the suspect them bail. Say why wanna go grant them bail? Why wanna go grant them bail? Courts don't remand two farmers as they talk to you now for inside Benue State for terrorism for inside Benue community. They remand them for alleged terrorism for Benue community. That one they can also bring them. I will support anyone who backs Tinubu Wike. Now they talk that one. 2027 showdown. Wike Makinde Rift threatens high stakes PDP convention, we suppose vote for Southwest. And Makinde come talk, say, you know what, I'm not ready to go into the gutters with anyone. Oh, now they whine us, I mean, true they quarrel, because this is not G5, is it not G5 in again? How can you people be whining us? Abi, and I just the whining us. All right, my people, welcome to the show. Make I quickly bring in my guest for this evening, Prince Francis Chilaka, and he joined me this evening to help us, break down some of this conversation. We'll carry on. Good evenings, and thank you so much for letting me bamboozle you. Thank you so much, sir.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good.
All right, so let's get started. There's nothing much to talk about this, but the fact say as we speak right now, the revenue mobilization and the revenue mobilization allocation and fiscal commission right now they don't begin a retreat for inside can where it be say they won't be there to harmonize reports, go help them increase the salaries and remuneration packages of all politicians, political office holders. If you remember over the week, then they talk say no, say president salary too small. Say how can president be earning only 1.5 million naira? Say ministers not even reach 1 million naira. Where did they end? Say their salary they too small and they laugh people. Say even Senate president own say past president own, but even at that say it don't make sense at all at all. Say, I don't want to talk too much. But then make I just quickly react to say, put up some reactions. So Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party for 2023 election, don't criticize this their salary increase right now. Say it describe them as insensitive and scandalous. In fact, saying that greed now they cause them to do this kind of thing. Because how they go won't begin talk this kind of thing at this time. He said prioritizing leaders' greed over basic welfare and shared over basic welfare. So he put them on top of the Twitter handle. He said the recent proposal by the Revenue Mobilization and Fiscal Allocation Committee to increase salaries of political office holders is causing widespread reaction. In fact, it don't cause them bottom line saying agree, now they cause them. Meanwhile, ADC for the other hand, they also insult them, saying in fact, saying why they no fit provide food for hungry Nigerians, right? So as their own hunger did them important or their own belly did them important, they don't consider say it also did importance for Nigerians them to also eat. Make I take a reaction for this matter, sir. Even though as Nigerians they cry concerning the matter, they don't stand on now. They don't go ahead to implement that.
You know the greatest mistake Nigeria made?
No, sir.
The greatest mistake Nigeria made was to elect Bola Tinubu in 2023.
Why?
That was the greatest mistake.
Why? Why is that a mistake?
When somebody tells you it is a storm, you don't take that for granted. It is a storm is that it's the national cake. It's my turn to take share of it. And then to deceive Nigerians. When the president assumed office, the wife was quick to tell Nigerians that they have their own money. They're not going to depend.
They don't need Nigerian money.
Good. But we have seen that since assumption of office, it has been all about the Nigerian money. The political class, unfortunately, they don't learn. They have never learned their lessons. They have never learned their lessons. It is this same shenanigans that toppled Shagari's government. We're heading that same direction. It's like we're clueless, we're not thinking straight. It's like we just have leaders who are so greedy and selfish and self-centered. When it was time to adjust the salary of ordinary workers, they kept it at 70,000 minimum wage. What can 70,000 naira do for a Nigerian
today? As at today, I don't even know the value of 70,000 naira right now. I'm waiting if you do for it.
So at 70,000 naira minimum wage, and somebody comes out to tell us that the president is earning less than 1.5. The less than 1.5, is that his basic salary? Or is it cumulative of all he earns?
Together with his allowances. Considering that almost all politicians, they live on our bills. Everything what they do on our bills. So they say they get newspaper allowance. They get this and that allowance.
Yes, no, they do. They do, yes. So if it is that amount of money that they earn, if the president earns 1.5 million, how has he been able to get money? Don't forget, the presidential aircraft or the presidential jet. Up to today, nobody has told us where the money that was gotten to buy it from.
Okay, well, they
Because
never
it was
tell us
not,
how they get the money to buy them.
it was not appropriated for.
But this salary increase at a time when it be say soldiers they cry of how the paltry amount that they pay them as they defend this country. Now a good thing at this time because people they look and like say they very insensitive of them
But it is
to
not,
the salary.
it's not that people are looking at the pressures. It is the height of insensitivity. That is what it means. It's the height of cluelessness. It simply means that the government does not care for the people. The people can go to hell, they can go to places, they can burn in ashes. That is what it means. You are taxing everybody, left, right, center, forward, as if that's not enough. Now you want to increase your own salaries. So they mean more to the Nigerian people than the Nigerians themselves. This brings us back to what was it not Femi Adesina said when the late president passed on, and when the issue of his medical tourism came up. He said the life of your president is worth more than the life of the entire country. But all of them are not thinking what Jonathan said when he said that my ambition is not worth the life of a Nigerian. So you can see where we are today. Unfortunately, we have always allowed the worst of us to rule the rest of us. And we do that deliberately. We do that deliberately because we allow ethnicity to come into play. We allow religion to come into play. We allow tribalism to come into play. So we're not looking for the best of us. We're looking for the worst of us to rule the rest of us.
Okay, sir. Now that you're talking about the best of us and all that, I don't know if you heard about the embarrassing moment for Nigeria at the TICAD 9. That is a Tokyo summit that the president attended with a lot of entourage, by the way, because we know say Nigeria is supposed to get representative because ADC don't use them to attack them now. Say President Bola Tinubu and a team don't carry their incompetence go reach the Tokyo International Conference or inside Japan. You'd accuse them of incompetence. In fact, when inside statement to ABC they released yesterday, Abdullahi, the spokesperson for the ADC, talk say why no one, say nobody, can't the question why no one person been there to man Nigeria, but on the day when they opened the summit, on that first day, rather the Nigerian mission, I be the Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, they make excuse, say, oh, they plan to launch or launch their boots, that was the word. They plan to launch their own boots today, Thursday. Meanwhile, all of them don't travel since ahead of this thing. So now that they talk, say the kind of embarrassment they don't give Nigeria. In fact, he say the APC government incompetence has followed the president to Japan. The politicians say, he talk, say the president traveled with large entourage, yet there was no one at the Nigerian booth after this jamboree who will follow up to ensure that Nigeria actually benefits from TICAD at the end of the day.
Oh, the question, no. The question you should be asking is, what is the mission statement for going to Japan? Your president keeps saying, no, he's going to invite foreign trade, and all of that. But of all the visits this president has embarked on, please, precious, tell me, where are the foreign investors?
They say we'll be
so what they did was they went for a jamboree. It's a normal thing, Owambe style. They went for Owambe. And in the middle of the Owambe, they forgot what they went there for. That's just it. It's unfortunate, but this is, mediocrity is something you don't learn, you don't get it out of people from going to school. You don't say because somebody's a professor, person cannot, exhibit the signs of mediocrity. No. Even amongst professors, we have mediocres. Amongst medical doctors, we have mediocres. Amongst journalists, we have mediocres. So there are people who, no matter what you do, it's like taking a pig out of the store and washing it and thinking if you keep it, it will still go back to death. So that's where we are as a nation.
Make we quickly take a statement where Peter Obi make earlier today when he be the address some people then concerning the state where Nigeria dey right now and how embarrassing it is for the country. Make it hit Peter Obi for waiting.
Our country is passing through a very difficult phase. This used to be a great country. Today, our country is classified among the failing countries of the world. We are now among 10 of the failing countries of the world. We're now classified as one of the most terrorized countries in the world. In fact, we are number 3 or number 4 after Afghanistan, Yemen, and the way it's going, we might soon overtake them. We are the world capital of poverty. Even before the COVID, Nigeria, a country of 200 million, had more people living in poverty than the 2 biggest countries of the world combined, China and India. That is about 2.8 billion. For 200 million, we have more people living in poverty than 2 of them combined before COVID. So you can imagine what it is after COVID. We have one of the highest unemployment rates in the world today. At 33%, which is the unemployment. By the time you combine the underemployment, we're about 55. And what's still, we have about 60% of these are the young ones who are the greatest assets of production and in their productive age, doing nothing. Out of school children, you're the highest in the world. Over 15 million. Forget about what anybody is telling you. Infant mortality today, we've just overtaken India. We thought we'll overtake them in 5 years and just overtaken them. In a stress level, we are now 148 over 152. Nigerians are stressed. Going down. Of course, you've seen perception corruption, going down. You can go on, the list is endless. The hunger list now, we're number 98 out of 105. Nigerians have been classified as a country now where people spend over 100% of their wage, salary on feeding. You can't, and it's getting worse. And anybody who thinks it's going to get better, forget it. This is cumulative effect of leadership failure over the years. Because we're choosing not to do the right thing. And people will tell you, when they was talking about somebody who is granting loan and everything. There's nothing wrong with loan. Nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm a businessman. I'm a trader. That is my background. You live with loan. Loan is what has made nations. Every nation in the world is owing. Even Norway, they have the highest sovereign wealth fund of 1.4 trillion, is owing over 50% of their GDP in debts. So there's nothing wrong with loan. It's what you throw the loan at, what you use the loan, that makes all the difference. And I'll show you countries that have borrowed. But we have a crisis that because we're throwing away the money we're borrowing, it's not getting to a stage where we can't even service the loan. You approve it, you know the budget and everything. Last year alone in 2021, in the first 5 months of last year, as a nation, we earned 1.1 trillion 847 billion naira. We used 1 trillion 802 to service debts, remaining 45 billion for a nation of 200 million people. In a short while, we will not be using 98% of our revenue to service debt. We will need to borrow, which is what we're doing now, to service debts. And you're not generating revenue. And you often hear government people say, we don't have a borrowing problem. We have a revenue problem. You can't generate revenue when your people are poor. You're not going to tax poor people who are in the village doing nothing. Revenue is a function of productivity. The country is not productive, so you can't generate money. For me, my appeal is that 2023 is not about making the next person president or anything. It is about all of us fighting for our future. You're on top of the ladder. If this country collapses today, it will affect you more than it will affect those who will think that are below us. And it's collapsing. None of you can live here and go anywhere and be street sweepers. You can't. So we need to defend it. We need to do it. It's happened to other nations. Other nations have removed their country from consumption to production. It's happened everywhere. Pulling people out of poverty has happened everywhere. I've been to at least over 30 countries that have pulled their people out of poverty. I just came back from Morocco. And I told Okubi an interesting news this evening. I said, let me tell you, here people spend dollar. But I went to Morocco. I came back on Friday. I bought PTA. They put it in my card. And I got to Morocco and said, I want $1 cash for. They said, no, you use our currency. I was just telling him, no other country does that. Where you spend another person in your own country. That shows the notion of trust of your own economy. Okay. And I was telling him, you can't do it. I've been going to China, I've been everywhere. This country was a signatory to MDG in year 2000. China was a signatory to MDG. In 15 years, they put 435 million people out of poverty. China in 1990 had 95% of their population living under poverty. Today they have less than 2%.
All right. So I just make I mention
so it's Vietnam.
Things so we don't complain about by at the runoff of the 2023 election. And at these kinds of things, when we talk, we make the tell and say, now statistics we could chop. But at the end of the day, if you look at most of the things we complain and most of the things we see, they affect us till today. Because right now there is we really don't widen and broaden the tax net. And at the end of the day, do you keep tax? How do you keep taxing people who are not making money? at the end of the day. So it be like say in the vision I will just see small vision that time. See, I'm saying the way would they go, see as it will end up. And indeed they end up like that. Indeed, in fact, till now, should be not just a Carlo your brother talk and say the people where they use dollar pass now politicians. Say if they won't end, if they end them, say the thing will stabilize. Say how can the economy be stable when politicians will not stop using dollar? But how possible is that? And I what you don't talk here since 2 years into this conversation, we still there where we did. I better not vex. Make I take your reaction, sir.
You know, earlier today I was discussing with someone, and we were talking about Nigeria, we were talking about Peter Obi, we were talking about Bola Tinubu. And this man that I have a lot of respect for said something that he said Peter Obi is talking like a man who sells spare parts at Ladipo. He does not understand the dynamics of running Nigeria. And I said, and somebody said to him that Peter Obi, with his mentality of selling spare parts, governed Anambra for 8 years and did all he did in Anambra, which the likes of Charles Soludo have not been able to match. So when you look at it, like I said, Nigerians we're good at allowing the worst of us to rule the best of us. And that is where the problem is. We're allowing the worst of us to rule the best of us. Because I don't understand what kind of policy we are running today, what kind of country we're running today. A country where the ordinary poor man cannot afford 2 square meals. Most people eat once a day these days. This afternoon, as I was driving back home, I just passed because I was looking for something to buy, and I passed one street like that. Come and see the number of women lined up carrying babies, just begging for somebody to give them money to buy food to eat. So we have a government that is far from the people, a government that is separated from the people, and unfortunately, the same people are not seeing things the way they should see it. The same people are not thinking straight. They're not thinking out of the box. The same people are not ready, so to say, to have a government that is of purpose to them, a purposeful government. So when Peter Obi is talking as a man who already understands what is going on in the country, who understands the people, who is relating with the people on a daily basis. But unfortunately, the Nigerian people are not ready. Like I keep saying, until this hunger gets to crescendo, Nigerians are not ready. Because the same Nigerians who have been impoverished, who have been pushed to multi-dimensional poverty, who are dying of hunger, who are dying of depression, these are same Nigerians that will collect 5,000, 10,000 and vote the wrong people into power. So what do you expect? We want to be saved. We want a Nigeria that you and I can be happy. A Nigeria where we can bring up our children. But your leaders do not believe in that. Your leaders do not believe in Nigeria. Your leaders believe in their pockets. How much of the national cake they can take at any point in time. So that's where we are. That's where everybody is right now. We're not moving forward. We're not moving back. We're just stagnant. The country is completely stagnant at this point in time.
Thank you so much, Francis Chilaka. This is very, very sad. But let's quickly get to another incident that happened. I don't know if you remember the incident of the young lady, the youth school lady in Anambra State that was embarrassed because when they go small, we go soon kind of time say Wiki because Wiki get one saga way in front of the house right now. We do wait for him. As some people don't they talk, say made them sack him because of the saga, but you know how we operate in Nigeria. We don't know if that is a sackable offense or not sackable offense because this is Nigeria where people say anything works. I wanted to say in the words of Olaritili, anything works in Nigeria. But let's go straight to that incident of the young lady. I think Jennifer Eloho. Yeah. So Eloho has explained that the young lady will be say them embarrassed or the operation Udogachi people strip naked and then embarrass and beat up, wound her well. She don't come out come talk. She don't break her silence. Come talk say if I waited they do her no be small thing. She explain say them see the people that will attack them na masked people. Say they wear mask and they carry arm, they carry gun. They storm into their room without any form of identification or uniform. They don't even identify themselves at all. In fact, she said at first I thought it was an armed robber until he ordered all of us to come outside. I tried to explain that we are core members and even suggested that following NYC identity card, showing our NYC identity cards, but the colleagues also presented theirs, and yet they no agree. In fact, she narrates a very harrowing experience we should go through there. As one comedian like that interview her, make we quickly go watch that interview because her parents too also talk as the thing used to them. Make we watch.
My name is Edomaelo Jennifer. I'll be very important. So this incident happened on the 23rd of July at about 5 p.m. in the evening. I myself and my co-coppers were just in our coppers lodge, charging our phones, minding our own business as youths that we are, as usual. So we heard a knock on the door, and at first we thought it was our neighbor's door because it was a 3-story building with a lot of flats, a lot of rooms. So we actually thought it was our neighbor's door that was being knocked on. So we ignored the first time until we heard it again, but this time was way more aggressive, and it was like the person on the other end was angry about being ignored. So I decided, okay, let me go and check if it's our door that is being knocked or who is at the other end. Even before I got to the door was kicked in. If I had even made a step further, the door would have hit me in, and only God knows what. So on the other end of the door, I saw a masked man with a gun. I don't know what type of gun, and he wasn't wearing any form of uniform, whether military or just plain uniform. He wasn't wearing no form of identification. At first, I was afraid that it was an armed robber, until I heard him say, "All of you outside." That was when I summoned a little courage and was like, "Outside as how? All of us here are coppers. All of us in this room, this particular room you kicked in, all of us here are coppers." It was the event of this argument. My colleagues came out and was like, what's going on? And then I told them that he's asking us to come outside for reasons he didn't explain. He didn't even introduce himself or tell us where he's coming from. So my colleague was like, all of us here are coppers. If you want to even say our ID card, he went inside, got his ID card, and even told the others to bring out their ID card and everything for identification, just to clear ourselves. But they ignored, even forced themselves inside our rooms, packed our laptops, our phones, and everything. And they became very, very aggressive. That what gave us rights? What kind of stupid coppers that were doing Yahoo, were doing this and that inside the room? And we're even trying to explain ourselves, even those of us that were not with our ID cards because we came from our PPA. We're even offering to show them our portal, our NYC portal, as evidence that we're coppers, we're serving coppers. They ignored everything and forced us downstairs, pushed us, like, they almost pushed me down the staircase, telling me that I'm the one that is even having mouth. And what gave me rights as a woman to challenge them. So when we got downstairs, we saw their vehicle. That was when we even identified that, these people are Anambra Vigilante Group, Babi Udogashi. That was what was written on the vehicles that we saw outside. So when even if you want to force us, even if we want to go with you, we should at least call somebody, either our LGI or we should call our proprietors so that they will know that we're going somewhere with people, because you didn't introduce yourself, we don't even know you. We don't know where you are taking us, so we can't just follow you like that. That was when they started beating me that, what gave me the right, what gave me the mouth to confront them, to tell, they even went ahead to tell us that if we even call anybody or if we contact anybody, that they are going to smash our phones on the floor. They beat me, tore my clothes on my body. That was pleasing with them, that you cannot be hitting a lady like this. About 5, how many of them, they hit her with an iron rod. That why we should be pleading on my behalf. Okay, let them at least let me change before following them. They forced me into the vehicle, or even pressing my neck inside the vehicle, slapping me, doing all sorts of nonsense, calling me different names. A shower prostitute, foolish girl, God will punish you. Sure, you say you have mouths. I will see you. I will let you know that there's nothing anybody can do about it. We're going to, if you even talk too much, we're going to beat you, shoot you, and throw your dead body in the bushes, and nobody's going to say anything about it. Nobody will do anything about it.
How many of you did they pick from that hostel?
9 of us, all coppers.
All coppers?
Yes.
And you people pleaded with them that you want them to see your ID cards,
yes,
that you are coppers?
That they should see our ID card, or if at all, we should, okay, since they refuse to allow us access our devices, let's give you our LGIS number. You call him yourself to identify that, okay, these are coppers, or call him yourself and tell him we are taking your coppers to secretariat so that we know what we are doing. They refuse.
So where did they take you people to?
They took us to their head office, I think their secretariat in Nelly's Junction, Oba.
My name is Edema Samuel, the father of Jennifer Edema.
Mrs. Gloria Edema. Oh, that mean be the mother of hello, Jennifer Edema.
Well, I'm not really happy about the incident. When I watched each time I watch the video, I always burst into cry.
The bitter so the point of death.
All I want is justice. I want the state government assistance.
I want justice. I don't want justice for, like, I want those people punished in the best way possible according to the law. I want justice for myself.
So I want justice for my daughter.
All right, so that's her parents. We don't talk, and she said don't talk. It's very, very sad what happened to her. Now, some people don't also talk to Oga Soludo. Talk, say, make in fact, Ejiofor, is social crusaders. If I Ejiofor, don't tell and say, make sure, say, make Oga Soludo make sure, say, in give that young lady justice. Because a lot of people they talk, so what they do, and just eye service. Because if not be say the thing contract now, something we don't happen since July. If not be say contract this week, say if we not even say make you apprehend the people within charge. Make I take your opinion, sir.
Well, before now, I've been advocating for state police. But I'll tell you, with recent events, we're better off with the federal police. Because this state police will become a tool in the hands of politicians to begin to abuse the citizens. But there's a question that people are not asking. What is the identity of these men that were recruited into Odogachi? What is the identity? Who are they? What are their qualifications? So when you go and bring in all your talks, all the miscreants, and you put uniform on them, what do you expect? Nigeria is a country where uniform, whether police, whether army, even the security man you have in your house, go and sew a uniform today and give him. He will change. Uniform has a way of changing the mindset of Nigerians. What you see happening in Anambra State happens in Lagos State separately. When those people who call themselves task force, when they want to impound your vehicle or when they want to stop you, they behave like animals. The reason why you see last man today in Lagos have some sense of decorum is because of the new man that is heading it. The man has tried as much as possible to instill discipline. So we need to, I don't know how I'm going to put it, but we need to have a system where those we give arms, those we give uniform, realize that their salary is not being paid by the governor or the minister or the permanent secretary. Their salaries are being paid by the tax of Nigerians. And so they have loyalty first line with Nigerians to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. What happened to that lady, Jennifer, is not different from what happened to Comfort. You saw the way she was dragged out of the aircraft like an animal. That brings me to the point where I keep asking, why is it that it is always women that are dragged like that?
I don't even understand, though. It's as if
it simply means that, yes, it simply means that, that we have a society, where we feel that the women should not even be educated. When I say something like that, they'll say, oh, don't say, but it's becoming glaring. The way the people from the Southeast treat their women, they need to go back. They need to think twice before they do certain things.
Because he heard what she said.
In as much as we say, crime has no tribe, it has no language, he has no religion. But when certain thing is seen more from a particular from a particular ethnic group, you now know that something is wrong. And I'm going to join my voice with the voice of everybody. Udogachi needs to be dissolved. This is not the first time people are coming out to complain about the nefarious activities of Udogachi. This is not the first time. There was one time a man said they locked a man and his wife, pregnant woman, for days. We will leave the politicians that are stealing this country dry. We will leave the politicians that are, creating poverty everywhere. And you're going for ordinary Nigerians that are suffering every day to make a living of themselves. I mean, this is very disheartening. But what do you expect? The man who employed them, what is he doing? He's busy all over the place, looking for Peter Obi when he should be facing governance. But that's the truth. The politicians in this country are not learning. Honestly, they are not learning.
All right, sir. So let's move on very quickly to other issues. So the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, in collaboration with the Nigerian Immigration Services, has deported 51 foreign nationals convicted of cybercrime or some cybercrime-related offences. Now, the group include 50 Chinese nationals and 1 Tunisian. Then come our country, come they do cybercrime. They don't deport them. Let me take your reaction, because some people they talk say, if they say that for Nigeria now, they go talk say, oh, Nigerians they do crime, commit crime fast. But how can they commit crime?
The question I'm asking, are you deporting them after they've been convicted? Did they serve out their jail terms? Nobody has told us if they served out their jail terms. So if you are convicted them and you deport them to their country, I mean, how does that affect them? Are they going to their country to serve the jail term? These are questions that the immigration and the EFC have not answered to Nigerians. It is one thing to convict somebody. It's one thing for the person to, serve the jail term. Normally, you should actually do that after they have served their jail term. But the EFCC and the Nigerian Immigration Service have not been able to tell us whether those people have actually served out their jail term. But you see, this goes to show you that most of the crimes we look at being perpetrated by youths in Nigeria are not even being perpetrated by the Nigerian youths. They are all being perpetrated by foreigners. It's a good thing that they have been arrested, but we must make them do the time for the crime they have committed before we begin to deport them.
All right, thank you so much, Prince Francis Chilaka. And then there's something that the Mugaruba said I would like us to pay attention to. But before we get to that, can't don't they tell all Christians, may they make sure that they register for the 2027 elections, voters registration when they go on. Say it is very important. As Ibi say, some, and activists don't also come together and say, in fact, you know what, Nigerians, all of us need to come together to make sure say we'll fight this ADC fight APC come out for inside government. Popular human rights and anti-corruption crusader Comrade Ibrahim Garabawala now talk this one. He say make Nigerians come together, come register to make sure say they promote APC for inside Nigeria, because it be like say APC don't become a canker. Now, do you see, especially because say this call for continuous voters registration, they come from Christian Association of Nigeria for North. Do you see the Christians in the North, coming forward to register in their numbers?
Well, if you ask me, the voter apathy is very high in Nigeria right now. People have lost faith. People have lost trust in the electoral process. And that's a very serious problem. Having said that, I think it's proper for people to go and register. Hold your voter's card and hold it close to your chest. And also realize it's not just about holding your voter's card, it's also to realize that when you sell your vote, you have sold your conscience, you have sold the conscience of generation yet unborn. So in one breath, go and get your voter's card. In the other breath, getting it does not mean you should go and sell it. Because Nigerians have become so used to selling their goods. Immediate. What they want is immediate returns. They're not thinking of tomorrow. So it doesn't matter who's calling for people to register. Peter Obi has been on it. A lot of people have been on it. I have also been on it. It's not about just registering, but it's about doing the right thing with that voter's card at the right time.
So see, former campaign chairman of Atiku Abubakar, Charles Obonaya, your brother, you don't they tell people say no matter what thing happen, make sure say they revote or bring back Tinubu for 2026. But the entire South should come together to bring back Tinubu. So it's looking like the election are between Northerners and the South because the North they against Tinubu for a second tenure.
It's not the North that is against Tinubu. No, precious, please don't use that.
No, but that's the way some people are looking at it. People like this Obonaya statement, the way they
that is no. These are people who are not reasoning with their senses. It's not against, nobody's against Tinubu. It's just that Nigerians in general are not happy with the policies of this government. They're not happy with the plans this government has for the country. So when we begin to say, is the North against Tinubu, we're actually towing the same line that these hopeless and stupid politicians want us to do. So for me, it is not about North and South. For me, it's about good governance. What we want is good governance. We're not interested in where you come from. And you know that what has kept us backwards, where we are today in the country, is this unconstitutional arrangement that the South will do 8 years, the North will do 8 years. And that is the biggest problem. So everything you see is because everybody feels, oh, Atiku wants to contest. So Atiku wants to eat into the 8 years of the South. That is the argument. But we must say to ourselves, if we want to believe in this so-called one Nigeria that we're entrapped in, we already have an unconstitutional arrangement amongst the political parties. And I believe that ADC will not be left out. ADC, as far as I'm concerned, will be very stupid, will be completely senseless and illogical if they decide that they want to zone their presidential ticket to the North. They will also be insensitive.
They have complained that they are under pressure to zone, but they don't want to zone. They want to do the right thing by leaving it open.
Nobody's pressurizing them. Forget all that grammar. Nobody's pressurizing. We know the right thing. If those who have come together to form a coalition are serious and they want to take this country back, they know the right thing to do. Zoning their presidential slot to the North would be the end of it. I am telling you, there will be a lot of protest votes. And that protest vote will return us back to Egypt. The Egypt that we're trying to run from, it will bring us back to Egypt. So the right thing they should do is, I would say this Atiku should go and rest. Atiku should, at this point in time, should actually be a godfather. Because you can't do without godfather in Nigerian politics. So Atiku should be one of those in the forefront to say, okay, let the South complete their 8 years. Then when they finish their 8 years, we the North will begin to know who and who we want to put forward. But if you put anybody in any party, major opposition party, right now we only have one major opposition party, and that's the ADC. Because PDP, that one, we can don't carry people come.
Actually, Makinde talk say if you look at the election we just happened, this by elections will happen, but it shows that PDP is still very strong because for almost all the elections will happen across board, PDP now takes second for where they know win, and that's true. PDP takes second for the
well, there's the precious. Let me tell you the problem. The problem is simple. Nigerians want a sense of direction. And ADC is crawling rather than walking and running. If ADC today comes out to say, for 2027, we're going to zone our presidential slot to the South, I am telling you, things will change. But as it is, people don't even know what ADC is doing. And that is not what a coalition should do. That's what an opposition should be doing. If they say, you know that PDP and APC, they are masters in rigging. They are 6 and 7. And that is why a Canadian court decided to tell you that APC and PDP are a terrorist party. So we know, everybody knows how they do their things. So there's nothing new under the sun. But the truth of the matter is that whether the by-election for me was just shambles, that was not an election.
Okay. Now where you don't talk, now where you don't talk this Canada judgment, now you'll give me some time to read out waiting Adamu Garba talk. And I think there's a bit of sense in it, or perhaps you help us make sense of it too. Now, Adamu Garba, I'm sure say you don't talk, say you don't point out, say, what he described as Nigeria's biggest mistake for the first quarter of this century. Say we make a big mistake for the first quarter of the century. Now, he say Nigeria's inability to join the BRICS at the time, at the beginning of this century, was the country's biggest mistake of the century. Now, in a statement that he signed himself, he said the biggest mistake Nigeria commitment in the first quarter of century is not joining the BRICS at the right time. Now, we have collected so much Western loans and monies, aligned our policies to Western interests, yet they have started targeting our government with bad press. The Yaram say the Western people who don't collect loan from plenty, they've started targeting our government with bad press, with a clearly targeted rejection campaigns against Nigeria. Quoting him further, he says, do you know that by January 2026, Europe will execute the ban on cocoa exports from Nigeria, purportedly for the crime of deforestation? They say because of deforestation, say Europe will stop me Nigeria they import their cocoa, export their cocoa, go give them. Now, this is in addition to their efforts to repatriate hardened criminals from their country's prisons to be integrated into our society. Society already marred with terrorist criminals, drug dealers, cattle rustlers, etc. So tell me, what does that even mean? They encouraged the neoliberal economic policies of successive administrations, yet continuously turned back to accuse Nigeria of massive economic failures. Now, they changed their visa policies against us. Where on earth will another country declare adherent of countries' political parties as terrorist organizations? Yet such country still claims to be a champion of global democracy. Yes, Canada did that to Nigeria. Now, so you talk. They declared APC and PDP members as terrorists. Due to our indecisions and induced fears, we have lost the trust of BRICS. We have lost the trust of BRICS countries. And it seems that we are also fast losing the Western Alliance. Despite everything, where we are headed, we don't know. He said, to the mud, I guess. Now, the older generations of Nigerian leaders fail to realize that the nostalgic, powerful West is no longer what it used to be anymore. The entire Europe is not more that the vessel of the United States at the mercy of White House for their survival. Yes, they used to be our colonial masters, but they are being colonized by the US. We like to wrap ourselves in the comfort of being the biggest and the best country in Africa, but we fail to understand that our aggregate value could only be substantiated, he said, when we are present where we are needed, not where we are treated as slaves. As we present ourselves on international stage, we appear less valuable every day, a credit to our lack of genuine commitment to our independence and our sovereignty. We must redefine our
pressure. Stop.
But he made
that is rubbish is writing.
So he made a lot of sense. If you look at
what is the sense he's making? Pressure. The problem we have in Nigeria is bad leadership. It is bad leadership. A country where you go and borrow money from another country and you say you're using money for palliative. Are you normal? Even as you are precious, can you go and borrow 1 million from bank and dash it out? How do you want to pay it back? So when people want to say something sometimes, yes. For me, I am not happy that the Canadian court is calling Nigerian, two major political parties, a terrorist group. But you look at the antecedents of these parties. Have you forgotten the story of baboons and hyenas and all of that?
But do you
Have you
believe that
forgotten this?
Nigerians,
Have you forgotten the story of grab it, snatch it, and run?
but do
Have
you
you
believe that
forgotten the fact?
Nigeria's inability to join the BRICS countries ahead of time may be our greatest undoing?
Precious, if you like,
Yeah.
join Britain, join Briganda, join Bra. At the end of the day, the same level of madness that is existing in the mindset of your leaders will continue to drag us back.
Hey,
That's just it. It has nothing to do with whatever you're joining. It's about the mindset of those who are leading this country. That is where they join from. Look at the number of people your president took to Japan. The other day your president went to, is it St. Lucia? Is that where he went to? An island that, you know, if you looked at island, maybe one state, Kwara State is bigger than it. Are you not the one bringing yourself down? When people expect you to be up there, you are bringing yourself down. What do you expect? Your leaders are the problem of this country. I've always said it, that those who are demarketing Nigeria are not the boys doing Yahoo Yahoo. It is the political class, the elite. They are the ones demarketing this country. So it's not a matter of whether you join any body or not. It is not. Let's call a spade a spade. The level of corruption in this country is sickening. Look at where are we today in Nigeria? Where are we? How much is the dollar to naira to the dollar? How much is the naira to the dollar? How will somebody call your country and call your political parties terrorist groups when you will find government officials holding meetings with bandits and terrorist groups? What kind of meeting are you holding with them? Even with all the meetings they have held, look at what is happening in Zamfara. Look at what is happening in Kebbi. Look at what is happening in Borno State. Look at what is happening in Plateau State.
all right, sir.
So please, I don't believe in all those drama the man has written. He has not addressed the issue. We must be able to tell ourselves the gospel truth in this country. And that truth is that leadership has failed the Nigerian people.
All right, sir. All right. Talking about our leadership now, while you were away yesterday, something happened. And we exposed a secret where they say, you know, say my work now to they tell you. We expose a secret where they say your brother, yes, is a bon wiki. He nicodemously, hidishly buy a house, a mansion for Florida of $2 million plus. You know, using Nemo, he used in children name, using wife name, and the other wife and three children name that he used. And that is not all. That the wife, being a justice of the appeal, a judge of the appeal court of Nigeria, where he be say they're not supposed to get anything to do with party or affiliation or anything, she be registered Democrats member, a Democratic member of the United States, which is against our Nigerian law for a judge to be the wife for United States. All these things now happen. Now, AAC party now don't they call say, hey, because of this kind of expose, we come out like this. Say, we made them come out wiki. Say, because first of all, scandal don't rock am for land grabbing. Rock am. In President Tinubu country, like say, if they get that ear problem where they say that person get, he don't talk anything inside. Now some people talk, no be me talk about. Say, President no hear am. Now they don't talk about this mansion owner. Say, how got president, you go talk, say you don't hear am. Why you never talk anything about that? So do you believe that waiting AAC they talk now, say, in fact, say because of this kind of thing, this kind of accusation with the rock wiki, say, you don't reach time where the president suppose sack for the work. Then probe
it is not about it. It is not about sacking wiki. It's about probing him. But unfortunately, Nigeria is a country where you don't get to probe your political leaders. A few days ago, a video was circulating where Yaya Bello was training, getting ready for boxing. And, you know, when the video surfaced on social media, people were asking, is he training to fight EFCC or is he training to fight Nigerians come 2027? You see, Nigeria's major problem is the fact that we don't punish people for crimes. The institutions are not working. These institutions are not working. So people now do whatever they want to do and they get away with it. That's the truth. The other day, Samuel was invited by the FCC. I'm sure you're aware. He didn't go and call his. He didn't go out with his former governor, with his present governor. He didn't look for any governor to escort him. But you saw the way Yaya Bello and EFCC were dancing Makosa all over the place. You also heard that Okowa, the former PDP vice presidential candidate, had issue with EFCC. Since he joined the APC, Precious, have anything he said about it? Have you heard anything? So we just have a country where those who are opportune to get into the political arena, when they want to steal, they steal enough for case, steal enough for bribe, steal enough to hire those who will carry placard on their behalf. So that's just it. So for me, tomorrow Weekend will tell you, Weekend will call press conference tomorrow. Media houses, the senior executive of media houses will go and sit down like Dundees and listen to him. And nobody would have the boldness to ask him questions that should be asked. And then at the end of the day, they'll tell us, Weekend will not tell you, he will carry you on Magmaro. He will carry you from north to the east to the south without saying one thing. So that's the problem. We have a problem of leadership deficit and trust deficit in Nigeria. So whatever you're saying about Wike, your thoughts on Mr. President now, that will not concern them. Because the only thing in the heart, mind, and head of your president is 2027. Whatever you're saying now, it's none of his business.
So with all these things where they happen, they enough to say, okay, maybe they even call this week, put them to order or something. They no go feed them.
Call them to order. A man who is holding PDP by the jugular and working for APC. Wike is the only man that has created a new political barrier in this country where you belong to PDP and you're working for APC.
Make I even tell you, Seth, as you don't talk this one, you don't even remind me of waiting in talk. Because just today now, in talk say, he go support anybody. Say anybody where they support President Bola Tinubu, say that the person where he go support. Anybody where they back President Bola Tinubu, say that person he go support. Even as in fight and in friend fight, don't they worsen every day. In friend, in fact, be like saying a showdown between them because of the convention where they want for Southwest. Makinde don't come talk, saying no ready to drag in the mud that gutter with anybody. And all that. Do you see this fight between him and Makinde as a real fight, or they do us willy? The more you look, the less you see. Consign them. Hello, sir.
They know what they are doing.
Okay.
They really know what they are doing. Just leave them. It's all about themselves, about their pockets, about their families, about their cronies, and nothing else. So there's nothing you will say. As far as I'm concerned, PDP self not exist. PDP is not existing.
Okay. All right. So make we enter inside security matter very quickly. Say, remember the young Hausa people where be they travel go their wedding, where be say they come lynch for inside Plateau State, come kill. So courts don't grant them bail, but people they kick say why they go grant them bail, say they good at all. Meanwhile, Amnesty International don't they also ask say this one way fresh killing don't start again for Plateau State. If we don't die for Plateau State, may you don't reach time where be say make government begin probe this matter then. How we go take get an end to this back and forth we get to do with killing and no killing and reprisal and no reprisal attack for inside that and Middle Belt region generally? I can hear you. Go ahead, sir. Hello? Can you hear me? I cannot hear you. I can't hear you. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I don't hear you. So you may need to go off and come back again. I don't hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, let me do that.
Okay, I can hear you. I can hear you.
It's very low.
I can hear you now.
But you're very low.
I'm not low. I think it's from your device, sir. Because I'm the same. I think your device, something happened. Maybe you get called. I think on reconfigure your device. Hello, sir. Okay, maybe you just have to go off and come back again. All right, so let me quickly read up the story so to give us a perspective to the conversation before he rejoins us. Oh, he's already here. All right. Hello, sir. Can you hear us?
Okay, I think I can hear you. Can manage it now.
You can manage.
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay, so let me quickly take some of those stories. So, family members of 13 wedding guests killed by a mob in the Mangun district of Mango local government area of Plateau State on June 12, 2025, while on their way to a marriage ceremony in Kuanapan LGA, have kicked against the decision of the state high court to grant bail to 20 of the
I
suspects.
can hear you.
Ah. It's your device, sir. There is nothing else to it. It is your device because
Just
I'm sure.
continue, just continue. Just continue.
Can you hear me?
Continue, continue. I'm hearing you.
Okay. Okay, so bottom line, they say the family members of these people we didn't kill, they say why they go grant bail to the people we kill their people them. Say you know they go to grant them bail. And that's on the one hand. And on the other hand, very quickly, also there's also in the news that it's also in the news that Makodi Chief Magistrate Court today, Thursday, ordered the remand of two farmers, Nyamyoho Atimba and Emmanuel Imiase, over alleged terrorism and property destruction worth 80 million naira belonging to the Mbakium community. Now, the defendants who live at Vandikia, local government area of Benue State, were charged with criminal conspiracy, act of terrorism, abduction, and mischief by fire. The chief magistrate, Kevin Mbangun, who did not take the pleas of the defendants, ordered their remand in correctional center. That must see wahala where they happen for inside Plateau State, Benue State, the Middle Belt. But on the other hand, the Amnesty International don't call on the Nigerian government to urgently investigate the deadly attack. We don't claim 15 lives for Plateau State. The human rights group don't say gunmen stormed several villages for inside Check Farm, Mango local government area, just this Monday evening and kill a lot of people. Where 15 people that, according to eyewitnesses, say attackers killed people. They encountered also the people they encountered also set fire to homes and other properties. More than 200 residents were forced to flee their homes. Just this Monday, Gongo. This Monday, where would they hear? Now this Sunday happen for inside Plateau State. Prince Francis Chilaka, can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to hear you. Don't worry.
All right, go ahead, please.
Well, the funny thing is that this insecurity that we have in this country seems to be spreading faster than we think, or faster than we had hoped for. The rate at which it is spreading is alarming. It is unprecedented because every day you wake up now, despite all the efforts that government claims to be putting in place, these bandits, these terrorist people, they are not relenting. They are pushing in harder and harder and harder. And I think the major problem is also the fact that the government is not being sincere with its citizens. Every now and then they tell you, oh, we have decimated 20 people, we have killed this kind of leader, we have killed that leader. And then the leaders we know that their names are all over the place. Nobody is killing them, nobody is arresting them. So Nigeria has been turned into a killing field right now. And unfortunately, just, I don't know, I think it's maybe because of the mineral is just. We need to look beyond the ordinary. There must be something that you and I do not know that is in that particular area of just that is creating all this problem. So for me, it's bad, but I think, like I keep saying, the government cannot be sincere with the people. The government cannot say, "Oh, you have arrested these people. You're not punishing them. You are, integrating them, rehabilitating them, and pushing them back into the society." And I keep asking, who does that? Who does that? How can you look at somebody who has been in the forefront of killing other people, and you don't see the need to kill that person? You don't see the need to punish that person. You are rather rehabilitating the person and bringing the person. Something are issues that government needs to address. Government needs to come out clean and honest and sincere to Nigerians. That is the only way this matter can be resolved. We had what happened during the by-elections. I think it's in Borno State, where INEC claims and even the state government claims that they could not access 4 local governments. But therefore, they have kept quiet. We seem to be suffering from some form of amnesia in this country. We just talk about it and nothing happens. And it ends there. And we move on. We Nigerians are very good at moving on. We just move on as if nothing has happened. It's an unfortunate situation, but something needs to be done about it. And the earlier we do it, those of us in the South, we think we're safe. You wake up one morning and you find out that you are no longer safe. Because these bandits, these terrorists, they have cells all over the country. Unfortunately, your security architecture no longer gathers intel. They don't even have the right intel. Because if they have the right intel, they will know how to push these people out. So it's honestly, it's just a situation one does not know how to begin to explain it. But, I hope and I pray that government will think out of the box in ensuring that they protect the lives and properties of the Nigerian people.
Thank you. All right, Nigerians, phone lines are open. Let's quickly take your calls and reactions of it briefly so that we can wrap up for the day. Phone lines are open 0817-029-4077. That's the number to call. I don't know if I'm still very faint, like you said I am, or 0817-029-4077. If you can hear me clearly, please let me know. Let me understand if it's my mic or something. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Phone lines are open 0817-029-4077, or you just join the link by the pinned post and it will bring you straight into the studio to join the conversation. If you click on that link by the pinned post. Hello, good evening and welcome. T.Y. Danjuma. Hello.
Good evening, Good evening, Precious. How are
I'm
you
fine, thank you.
today?
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah,
All
loud
right,
and
then
clear.
good. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, greetings, Prince Chilakau.
I ain't gonna hear you.
Okay. 2 things I want to talk about. Let me apologize first for yesterday. I think I just went off I just lost signal. So I was hearing you when you were calling me to come on, but I'm sorry about that. Now, for today, I just want to talk about first security issues where the country they face now. I think the problem is like someone who has a cancer and detect them very early, or they play with them, the thing can they spread, can't reach a stage where they don't reach stage 4, and now you are now depending on God or a miracle to get healing. I think that's the
You said the
situation
person
that
catch them
we,
for stage 1 or 2 in for figure.
yes, in for fit deal with them immediately. Um, so I remember when this whole thing started. Let me start from the period of Jonathan, and I'll say this. This is privileged information. There was an intel that was received by the government when Jonathan was president, and that is to the effect that the Boko Haram High Command. Then we're dealing only with Boko Haram. Boko Haram High Command and their sponsors, their financiers, were holding a meeting somewhere in the northeast. So what was needed was for the commander-in-chief to give instructions so that the army will descend and wipe them out. But Jonathan didn't. I suspect that he would have gotten advice from, the maybe security chiefs and all the other security agencies, because if you do them, maybe the North will come against them. So, but we lost the opportunity to have dealt decisively, decimate Boko Haram totally. And then no don't grow rich where it is now. And I think what has happened is that because of the lackadaisical way that security has been treated, has been dealt with. He encouraged other groups, Ansaru, Mahmuda, ISWAP, and all those things, because they know that Nigeria has you can just come in to Nigeria and do whatever you want to do, and make money and so on. So I think we lost that opportunity, and then we had the Hejirika when he came in, and he was a handsome,
The one that was like
hands-on.
Northerners.
Yes. So when he started, operating and having success, now the same people say, you don't kill our people. He's a terrorist. They reported him even to this thing, UN say made them prosecute him for human rights abuses. So the thing don't spread now, reach a stage where now it's all over the place. It's more difficult now to deal with, because you now have, according to Danjuma, you now have both military people, according to Danjuma, colluding, T.Y. Danjuma, colluding, according to him. You have the police sometimes fingered, things go to happen, police go there, they go to look another way. You have bandits, you have terrorists, you have non-state actors also involved almost everywhere, because they see that it has become, you can go and do anything and go scot-free. And the military, is overstretched. The security agencies are overstretched, apart from the fact that they are also said to be complicit in this whole thing. So foreigners go come Nigeria, take over territory, impose taxes on people, collect food, beat them, do anything. They go release them, where they go catch them. Then the same security agencies go release them. So it's sad. That's why, for instance, you now have the situation that you have in Anambra, for instance, where Udogachi is fingered in this dastardly act we will see for Anambra State. And if it wasn't, thank God for social media. If not be seen on social media, maybe we're not going to even hear this thing. So it calls to question what our recruitment procedures are. The people where go do those things, they're not educated. They don't know what in the NY youth corpers. Are they not aware? Are they not, what kind of training, were they taken through? What kind of human beings are these? Are just these motor park touts where them pick from somewhere? Where you could just break into people's this thing, no identity, you don't identify yourself, you don't, you just bash on people and begin to beat them and get them stripped down naked and so on and so forth. And even telling them that, you go kill them or you go do this, nothing will happen. And my this thing is, what gives Nigerians that impression? What thing they make them, they feel, say, you can just kill anybody and nothing is going to happen. This is not the first time we are hearing it. We've heard it from lawmakers, we've heard it from, police people go tell you, kill you, nothing will happen. So where did we learn this thing? Where this impunity, this lawlessness, act of brigandage, lawlessness and impunity, where did it come from? How can we be having these people in security agencies, people who are supposed to protect us, but they tell the people where they're supposed, I will kill you, and they've been killing and throwing them away. Can you imagine if we didn't have social media? Some of these things where they happen, we wouldn't know, and there are many that are happening that we would never know. So it's sickening. Every time we will come here, all the news we would hear about Nigeria, now bad things. We know they hear good things. Some other nations, you hear good things they're doing. How the system is assisting people, and people are happy, progressing, and so on. Government is intervening in various aspects of people's lives. But here, now all kinds of nonsense you hear. People go prepare, pay extra code, carry their wives, carry their girlfriends, go this thing in the name of.
Where you hear that one? Where? No, fake news. Where you hear am?
In the name of, wait now, in the name of going to get investors for Nigeria, they go. And then that is why you don't see anybody for this T card 9 where they talk, where you know see the only Nigeria of all the countries where they there, the only Nigerian destination, they empty. Nobody did there. So for them it was a jamboree. Now jamboree now they go now. Not be they not go there. They probably had gone shopping.
They talk say them be they wait for today before they launch their booth officially now. You know, hear them.
Only Nigeria. Meanwhile, all the other ones they
All right,
open.
make a let Prince Francis still like I say. Prince Francis, can you hear us, please?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nigeria now what?
Where is that noise coming from? Village people, it be like saying Prince Francis phone or that noise come. Sorry, before we respond to you. Prince Francis, can you hear us? No. It be like say today in village people just start saying no, you cannot respond to people. Well, I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Good night. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much. Prince Silaka, sorry you. I go deal with those people where they hold you down. They never sabi they no sabi you. I go send I know what I go deal with them.
Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so let me see if you can rejoin us. Prince Francis Chilakasa, can you hear us? What was that noise,
Yeah,
sir?
I can hear you
Okay,
now.
so you heard all the things he said. I don't know if you want to respond to it, but very quickly, people don't they tell me
No,
say we not talk about this Dangote truck. We just the key people anyhow, the cripple people
you
and
know, you
reckless
know
drivers.
what
Talk about them.
what he
Sir?
said is like what he said regarding all this banditry and all of this is the fact that we have allowed religion, ethnicity, tribalism to get involved in ensuring that the right thing is done. You know, in Igbo land, there's a proverb that says that now the pikin when in papa send go thief, then they use like scatter dog. Because
Because
he
he knows
knows say anything he do, papa will come at constant. And it's that is where we have gotten to in this country today. People are doing a lot of things with impunity because there is no punishment. There is no punishment. You have a country where your governors will go to one island and go and celebrate their birthday. At whose expense? Taxpayers' money. I will travel to the southeast, I don't see road. Monday of Pogola, today. There is no road. Benin bypass is a death trap. Purpose of it, there is no road leading to Imo State. Within Imo State, the capital, there is no road. Road. There is no road. Purpose of it, what are you doing? We need to begin to call our governors out because they're not doing anything. You go to the north, when the northern governors are meeting with these bandits, what do they think will happen? You will go and meet with bandits, with government officials. Without you, obviously, you will give them something to tell them to calm down. Is that how we want to run this country? So it is true. The government does not seem to have a political will to fight banditry, terrorism, as at today. That's just it.
Okay, so would you slightly just quickly chime into the conversation about Dangote truck and how in trucks they use the, you know, people want people. One way happened where be one young lady, and I think a sister to one of those Big Brother Nigeria's person. It made they don't amputate one of her legs. She had to. It was after social media outcry where Dangote Dangote Group can't take responsibility, promise to make sure so they go treat her and give her
Precious,
all of
you don't
that.
need to
But
talk
right
too
now,
much.
I'm coming, sir. Right now, remember that Dangote is expecting some trucks, fuel tankers will be saying one push out to the public for Nigeria. And if those fuel tankers come, now these same drivers, then when they get problem again, now you go still give the same fuel tankers, may they carry face road again. Another series of attack, this kind of incidents or accidents going to happen again all over again. That now waiting people they talk.
Well, it is not today that Dangote Trust started killing Nigerians with impunity. Not today. They've always been doing it and getting away with it. It's just because this one happened to somebody that is on social media that had a platform to come out and talk. A lot of people a lot of families have been ruined by Dangote truck drivers, and nothing happens. I told you how we were pushed off the road the other day by a truck. But you see these road safety corps members on the express. They too have started collecting money. That's all they do.
Road safety too.
Yes. I am telling you what I know. They collected money from the guy that was driving. Not one, not two, not three. So what they now do is that they attach themselves to the police checkpoint. And nobody controls these truck drivers. Nobody.
But how did we get to this level? Extort money from where people in uniform extort money from civilians anyhow, and nobody they face penalty for them. They like saying open corruption, like nobody.
Precious. You remember the report of National Bureau of Statistics?
Yes.
That talked about how much has been collected in terms of ransom.
Over 2 trillion in 1 quarter. Where they collect for Southeast.
About the fact that in 1 month, so amount of money was collected only in the Southeast. You remember that it was after they released that report that their system got hacked, and we had all sorts of stories, and then the whole thing died down. You also remember that it was also last year that they fingered the judiciary as being the highest collector of bribes. So the NBC you have there, the NBS you have today, it's not the kind of NBS you had earlier in the year, in 2023, 2022, 2023. The one you have today are the ones who are cooking up reports to favor government. I am telling you that it is not hearsay, Precious. I am telling you that when I was traveling on Friday with my friend to Enugu, this guy changed 20,000 naira into 200 naira. At every checkpoint. All they want is give them that money. If you don't give them that money, they will stop. They will detain you for another half an hour. So it's not something that somebody told me. This is something I saw with my own eyes. At the point I even got upset with him. I said, stop giving these people money. He said to me, if you don't give them, we'll get into Owerri very late at night. As the policemen are collecting, the federal road safety are collecting, the military men on the road are collecting. Then on the other side, you have customs. Customs are waiting for anybody carrying a car that has not been registered. So the primary thing they should be doing, giving it away because of the starting the money they want to collect from people on the road. So regarding Dangote trucks, the company needs to do something about their drivers. Their drivers are very, very reckless on the highway. They move as if there is no other person on the road and nobody can question them. If you know how many people have suffered Dangote and truck nuisance in Ogun State, you will be shocked. In Kogi State. But this is what they do now, don't catch them. They don't expose them.
All right.
But we hope that when they bring in these new trucks, the drivers will be reasonable enough to understand that they are not the only road users.
All right. Let me quickly talk to your friend, Mr. Mop, and then we'll wrap it up. Hello, good evening, Mr. Mop. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Mr. Chilakam Precious.
Sir.
Nice how are you? Good. How you doing?
Welcome. We're fine.
Great.
Good. So let me start what you and I talked about yesterday. I was able to do some research, and I was talking to a lawyer of my friends because I have some property in Florida. Even at all, I'm not based in Florida, but I do go there quite often for business. In real estate business, which I'm involved. Wicked story, like you properly stated, yesterday, you're able to bring, where, spring, winter, where his houses, the 1 million, 2 million houses that he has. Right. And some other places that's unknown. But the problem is not even about the house that he owned. There could be a legal issue right now because I've been trying to verify it. But because for you to register as a Democrat, you have to be a citizen. Even I thought the wife has a resident. I don't know about Nigerian law. There may be a conflict when it comes to Nigerian law. But I don't know what the wife has actually done here. How the wife become a registered Democrat? That one is verified. I was able to get him that information. But whether he's a citizen or not, I couldn't get that information because it's a non-disclosure. But I have a lawyer friend that could get that information. So the problem, how was she able to register as a Democrat? Yeah, that one is a fact. It's up in there, she was registered as a Democrat. But is she a citizen? That has not been able to confirm. We are digging into that. So that may conflict with Nigerian law. How can you be a citizen here, and you register for another party in a foreign country?
Apart from
Then,
that, sir, you know that as an appeal court or as a judge generally in Nigeria,
right.
you're not supposed to have anything to do with any political affiliation at all. So I think that's also part of the issue.
Yeah, that's something that need to be investigated. I don't know what's going to happen in Nigeria, but we're going to investigate it and see what's actually going on here. How was she able to register as a Democrat? You can't even at all you're a legal resident, just a green card. You can't register as a Democrat. I mean, you can help them, but you can't register, you can't vote or anything. You have to be a legal, resident for her to do that. So we
Don't,
are working.
Mr. Moore, don't make me laugh with these things you're saying now.
How am I making you
I don't
laugh?
want to say. I don't want to say some things I know. I don't want to say some things I know. Somebody get money, he get almost 10, he get up to some reasonable amount of billions of dollars to invest in US. They're not going to give us citizenship. He didn't whine. What are
No,
you
no, no.
even
I
saying?
said I'm
You
not.
should
No,
know
I've
this
not been
now.
able to verify that. One is
uh
not.
So,
That one is not an open case because they can't give you that
uh
information. That's what I'm not
so
sure.
that's what I'm telling you. Because there are things I know I don't want to talk about. So let's just leave it like that. I mean, it's not
Yeah,
about
I'm
this
saying
particular
she
other
may be a
politicians. So
citizen,
let's just leave
but
it at that.
that's not a public information. But the one
Okay.
that is a public information is the registration. She registers as a Democrat. I was able to get that information. But the one of citizenship is a non-disclosure. It's something a lawyer or that kind
So,
of people can
but
verify.
the same question is, how is she able to register as a Democrat without being a citizen?
Right. So that's why we don't have her status whether she's a citizen. Even at all, she may be a legal resident, but legal resident doesn't permit her, to register as a Democrat. So that's where the conflict is. We don't really know about that, but it's people that lawyer. I
So
have a lawyer.
how do we also have a judge in Nigeria being partisan or having a political influence in another country? Well, go ahead and make your contribution. Let's not
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
make
that should be something you have to do. That should be what you have to do in Nigeria. Whether it's a conflict of interest, that I don't know, but
it is
but
against the
I
law.
just
It is
huh?
against the law that governs that put her in office. That's what people say. It's
Yeah,
against
yeah,
the law. Go ahead.
that's a true statement. So that one is still in the working. Like I said, I'm going to appear here on on Saturdays to see more
Please,
information that
oh,
I
I'm
yeah, more
expecting
information that
or
I more
waiting for
information
you.
that I can get. We can discuss. On your
Okay.
platform. Most of the Nigerians. Particular the one that I found out about Orji Carlo. Man, is very alarming. Okay, so let me not go there right now until
Okay.
Saturday.
All
But
right.
let's speak about Dangote because I was speaking to a friend of mine. You see, Mr. Precious and Mr. Chilaka. This is the problem with Nigerians. You have some Nigerians here. This person is not even APC person. It's a person that I do communicate. A friend of mine. That actually live in Florida. So I was talking to him about the responsibility that Dangote have about what the truck has been doing in Nigeria, killing people. So the guy was telling me that it's not Dangote. This is somebody that live here. It's not Dangote responsible. Dangote doesn't work in the human department or doesn't work in the strategy department that in charge of all this truck. I say, is Dangote not the owner of the company? The box stop with Dangote. So I don't know why you try to exonerate him. That's exactly what's going on in Nigeria. So you have some people over here in Biafra, they still have that Nigerian mentality. They bring it here, they support Tinubu or they support something that is not wrong. So it's not just people in Nigeria, just something structural wrong with us. Even at all when we come out here, we still behave. We still have that, kind of mentality that we have in Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria structurally we have a problem. I don't know what to say about that. I mean, it's Dangote responsibility. Whether whether he's the one in charge of that department or whatever. After all, the buck stopped with him. He's the owner of the company. If they have to retrain or whatever. I mean, there has been so many people that have died about this. I think I believe they said he gave the lady 100 million naira. I don't know the fact right now.
I don't know. I don't know about that yet.
Yeah. But anyway, I just want to come tell you that we are working on that to see what we can come up. Dr.
All right.
Kilaga, you and I
My
haven't
brother,
talked since you and I haven't talked since then. Now we need to talk.
no wahala, no wahala, we'll
Okay.
talk.
All right, so take care.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so
Bye
much.
bye.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Nigerians, I don't know if I have someone else in the back office, so I'd like to just end it if we can make it very quick. Let's see. So that I can release Prince Francis Chilaka. Tomorrow is work and he's joining me again tomorrow. Mr. Edwin, please, if you can help me make it a quickie, very quick, please. Welcome. So I can release, I
when
can
you
release
when
the
you reach my turn, you go say, "Oh, Edwin,
so
just make it
thanks, welcome.
quick."
He has to
Yeah, I
he has
see.
to
I saw
inspire.
Prince Shilaka. That is why I decided to join in. Otherwise, I'll be very busy this evening. I just would the rush enter house.
Oh, sorry.
I see Prince Shilaka. Make I come give her a handshake. May I give her five? I watch
My
her
brother,
for Prince Shilaka. Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good, I'm good.
I see you talk sense for people heard for VOP channel one day like that. I say, this one are live, I've been recorded, Buhari they take our money, they dash people 5,000 instead of doing something meaningful, And thank you. Like as I always say, when I hear people making meaningful contributions, insightful contributions to our growth and development of Nigeria. I'm always very impressed. So thank you very much. More of that from you.
Welcome.
I was very very happy. But you see, waiting I want to talk this night. Now it be that this Benue, these incessant killings of indigenous of Plateau, Benue, Southern Kaduna, and all those. We need to give it the name that it ought to be. I have been writing on that very issue for a very long time. What is happening there is simply ethnic cleansing. It's just the inhabitants are gradually being annihilated by these religious fanatics and then creating entities for themselves. They are just these Fulani jihadists. We all know it's a fact, it's a religious war that is going on there. There is no other name to it. We can just start deceiving ourselves. In Nigeria, we don't always want to see the truth. That is what is happening there. We shouldn't just try to give it any other coloration to say it's a Fulani, herdsmen, or whatever. It is just simply ethnic cleansing. That is what is happening there. And until we address the issue raised by General T.Y. Danjuma sometimes ago, years ago, when he said the security are hand in gloves with these people. He said they will all die unless they arm themselves. Although I don't subscribe to that idea of everybody carrying guns because we know Nigerians, it will become a thing of at the slightest provocation you just shoot down the other. Look at despite a society like America where you are legally required, you can arm yourself and you can see people breaking the rules and then embarking on mass shooting and killings just for no reason at the slightest provocation, let alone a Nigerian society where you don't have law and order. So everybody will just become, it will become a killing field. So I wouldn't just subscribe to everybody arming themselves. But there are particular set of people that will arm themselves. Like what Prince Shilaka said, initially I was highly in favor of state police. But with what I'm seeing with the Nigerian leaders, I know I'm beginning to develop cool faith because until we have a thorough assessment of the recruitment process and people that are elected into offices, for them to be thoroughly assessed, mentally assessed, educationally assessed, I do not see any reason for me to even push further with state police. So that is the way I see it. So that what is happening there in the middle belt is simply ethnic cleansing. If people like Precious go deep, go and do investigate, you will just you will affirm what I'm saying now. It is an old secret, but people just want to say it's all police. No. So, Prince Chilaka, will you be in tomorrow?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, okay. Then I will have something very substantial to discuss with you because
All right.
I want your insight into it. It's been disturbing me, but I want to place it before you so that at least you can uh, throw more light on it when we see tomorrow.
No problem.
Precious, good night and thank you very much.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Thank you
I
so
have become
much.
addicted to your program to the extent that even
Please,
when I'm on the
please,
road, when I'm
oh.
driving,
Oh,
I'm saying, "Oh, Precious, this is the time for."
oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Stop that. Now you want to make me cry. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate
Take care.
you.
Yeah. Good night.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Good night, sir. God bless you. Thank you. So, Francis, sir, make I leave you, make you go sleep now. Yeah, do grace for us.
There is no grace, so there
Why?
cannot be grace when
Grace of
there is confusion and tragedy in the land. There cannot be grace when your leaders are not doing the right thing. There cannot be grace when the law we used to share before has been thrown to the dogs. All I can say to Nigerians, get your PVC. Make sure you do not sell your vote. Because that 10,000, 20,000 they will give to you. It will not last for more than 2, 3 days. You are back to square one.
All right, thank you. All right, Nigerians, that's the size of our package this evening. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you. I'll be posting a couple of videos. Kindly do well to also go and watch them in the video section. I love you guys. I appreciate you. And Francis Chilaka, your water no go run dry. Who say your water no go enter fire? Who say your water no go boil? You no go enter fire. Lie. Some self no go shine
No
your
one.
water.
I
Thank you
do.
so much.
All right.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Nigerians, I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your unalloyed support. The way I love a night. Hi. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for the way you're committed to this platform at all times. I appreciate you guys big time. I'll see you again tomorrow evening with Prince Francis Chalaka, hopefully with Mr. Leka, Ekenobi, and the rest of the evening crew or Friday crew to join us in the show tomorrow. Remember to protect your mental health because Wahala may be finished at all. I'll see you guys tomorrow, God willing. Good night and God bless you. Thank you so much.